Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Professor Shraddha Firke from the Computer Science Department of KK Arts, Commerce Science, Computer Science College, K Nagar, Dranwad, Nasik. And today we are going to study the chapter 4 from the transmission media from the computer networking. So what is basically a transmission media? Transmission media is the medium through which our data is transmitted from the source to the destination. Basically at the physical layer we are using the transmission media to transmit our data from hope to hope delivery. So the transmission media is also divided into two different parts. First one is guided or the wired media and unguided, that is a wireless media. The unguided media is the wireless media. There is no physical connection between sender and receiver. There is a free space used to transmit this data. While in case of guided or the wired media, there are also three different parts in the guided media or the wired channels. What are that? The twisted pair cables, the coaxial cables and the fiber optic cables. So today we are going to see the guided media from the transmission media. Now what is the guided transmission media? The guided media, which are those that are providing a conduit from one device to another, including the twisted pair cables, coaxial cables and the fiber optic cables. So there are three parts of the guided media: twisted pair, coaxial and the optical fibers. We will study each one of them in detail. So basically just look at the transmission media characteristics of the guided media with the twisted pair cables with loading, then the twisted pair cables with multi-pair cables, coaxial cables and the optical fiber cables. And the characteristics are the frequency range, typical attenuation, the typical delay and the repeater spacing. So these are some specific characteristics of the transmission media of the guided media. So the first transmission media we will study, that is a twisted pair cables. So what are the twisted pair cables? There are twisted pair cables that are separately insulated, two different cables. Each one of them is separately insulated. There is an insulator between each and every conductor. So in between the twisted insulator, there is a conductor that will conduct your electronic signals. These two cables are twisted together between or around each other. Often these are bundled into a cables. So usually these are used in installing in the buildings during the construction. So these twisted pair cables are twisted along the two different insulated covering conductors. So what are the basic twisted pair cable application? It is a most common medium to used in the transmission of the guided cables. Then it is used in telephonic network between the houses and the local exchange, that is the subscriber loops. It is used within the buildings to use the private branch exchange, that is PBX. For the local area network, there is our LAN communication and it has a speed up to 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. So what are the twisted pair pros and cons? It is a cheaper. Twisted pair cables are very cheaper and easily available anywhere in any electronic shop. It is easy to work with. It has a low bit rate and it has a short range. So these two are the cons of the twisted pair cables. These are the pros of the twisted pair cables. So what are the twisted pair cable transmission characteristics? It is an analog transmitter. It uses the amplifiers every 5 kilometers or 6 kilometers because they have the low frequency range capability. There is a need of amplifier between every 5 kilometers to 6 kilometers. It uses the digital communication, and when it uses the digital communication, we have to use either the analog or digital signals. Then it has to be repeatedly, or there is a repeater needed in every 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, while the digital communication, it has a limited distance for the communication. Again, the limited bandwidth up to 1 megahertz, the limited data rate, that is 100 megahertz, and it is susceptible to the interference and the noise. So the twisted pair cables are many frequently used cables, but when we need some noise or interference not in our transmission, then it is better to not use the transmission as a twisted pair cable. So what is a near end crosstalk? This frequently occurs in the twisted pair cables. So when the coupling of the signals from one pair to another pair, then that coupling takes place when the transmitting signals entering the link and couples back to receive the pair. That is, the nearer transmitted signal will pick up by the nearer receiving pair, and due to which the transmission the crosstalk problem occurs. So that is a near end crosstalk problem. Now the next twisted pair cables are divided into two different parts, that is unshielded twisted pair cables and shielded twisted pair cables. What are the unshielded twisted pair cables? That are usually known as a UTP cables. These are ordinary telephone wire cables. It is a cheapest material. It is easiest to install and it suffers from the external EM interference and noise. While the shielded twisted pair cables are known as STP cables, these are metal braids or sheathing that reduces the interference. There is a more expensive of these STP cables. It is harder to install because these are thick and very heavy in the weight. So the twisted pair cables have some shield in the twisted pair cables, while the UTP cables do not have the shield, therefore these are known as unshielded twisted pair cables. So how the UTP and STP looks? Look how the UTP cables look. There are two connectors that have the insulator, and there is one another plastic covering over that two twisted pair cables. So this is what your UTP, that is unshielded twisted pair cables. While the STP has one metal shield, protective shield between the plastic covering and the two connectors or the twisted pair cables. So due to this metal shield, it becomes very heavy and very thick. So due to this thickness, it is very hard to install and use. So what are the UTP characteristics or categories? The UTP cables are categorized into different parts. The Cat3 cables, Cat4 cables, Cat5 cables, Cat5 enhanced cables, and Cat6 and Cat7 cables. So there are the 6 different categories of the Cat5 cables or Cat cables, that is twisted pair cables, UTP cables. The next category of the transmission media or guided media is what? The coaxial cables. Now we have seen the twisted pair cables seem like there is a coaxial cables, but in the coaxial cable there is one outer conductor. There is a braided shield of the outer conductor and the inner conductor is solid material. The inner conductor has the inner conductor of solid material. There is a separated by insulating material. These two shields are separated by the insulating material or the insulation, and it is covered by the padding. So what are the applications of coaxial cable? It is most versatile medium. It is used in telephonic or television distribution, that is Airtel to TV, cable to TV. Then for the long distance telephonic transmission, that is it can carry the 10,000 voice calls simultaneously. That is, it is more better than the twisted pair cable. It is being replaced by the fiber optic cable. Now it is replaced by the fiber optics. The most common use of these coaxial cables is what? In the television distribution. The shorter distance computer system links, we can use it for the shorter distance computers links, and in case of local area networks, that is a LAN network. The coaxial cable has the transmission characteristics. When it is used in analog transmission, it requires the amplifiers for the few kilometers, and it is closer if the higher frequencies are used, up to the 500 megahertz frequencies. When it is used for digital transmission, then the repeater is needed in every 1 kilometers and closer for higher data rate. The last category from the transmission media of the guided media is your optical fibers. Optical fibers are being replaced by the UTP or the coaxial cables. The optical fiber cables has the glass cladding over the wire. There is a one basic core in between the optical fiber cable, and there is a jacket over the cladding. The cladding is of glass and it can transmit the laser light or the light emitting diode. There are the laser or light emitting diodes. It is specifically or specially designed jacket is there over the whole optical fiber cable. It is smaller in size and smaller in weight. So how that light transmits, it interferes or the light emits, and it interferes from the inner core. The light at the less than critical angle is absorbed in the jacket, and the angle of the incidence, here it is angle of the incidence, and the angle of the reflection. So the light transmitted through this optical fiber cable is reflected, and again it is transmitted through this core. So what are the different benefits of the optical fiber cable? It has a greater capacity. There is a high data rate of 1000 Gbps or hundreds of Gbps. It is very smaller in size and weight. There is a lower attenuation or a lesser attenuation than both of the cables. Then it is a electromagnetic isolation. There is an electromagnetic isolation between the transmission. It has a greater repeater capacity, that is up to 10 seconds of kilometers at least. So it is very much great specification. Next is optical fiber applications. Where this optical fiber cables are applicable or used, it is used in long haul trunks, then in the metropolitan trunks, that is in a man network trunks, in rural exchange trunks, in the subscriber loops, and in case of LANs, that is local area networks. What are the transmission characteristics of the optical fiber? It acts as a waveguide for 10 to 14 to 10 to 15 Hz, that is the portions of infrared and visible spectrum. Then in case of light emitting diode, it is very cheaper. It is a wider and operating the temporary range or a temperature range, last longer. Then the ILD, that is injection laser diode, these are more efficient and it has a greater data rates. And the wavelength division multiplexing in use, it is used in optical fiber transmission. So these are some optical fiber transmission modes, that is a input pulse, and it is a step index multi-mode, and this is the output pulse. And if we provide this type of input pulse, so in the graded index multi-mode, so this input pulse will be graded and the output pulse will be same like. If we provide the input pulse to the single transmission mode, then as it is output pulse will be seen. So thank you so much for today we have seen the guided media from the transmission media. In the next video, we will see the next topic. Thank you so much.